What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy. Something. Hit the keys. Here to bring you guys 6 freebies and a few deals that I did find along the way. If you could do me a favor, if you like this content, if you could hit that subscribe and like button, I'd really appreciate it. Trying to hit 50K by the end of the year, and I cannot do it without you guys. So let's go ahead and get right into these freebies. The first freebie that I have for you guys today, this one comes for the free sign player, and it is the Berlin Free Orchestra. So obviously you're going to need the free sign player in order to get this, but that's no problem. You can just grab it online, and then it is going to come with a whole bunch of different sounds that are orchestral sounds, from different strings to different woodwinds, to different brass, percussion, so on and so forth. We'll go through a few of those sounds. I just put together a little loop right here. I didn't do a full beat, but I want you guys to kind of hear some of the sounds that you are going to get in the free sign player. So some pretty decent sounds, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and listen to some of these sounds and see what they sound like. So right now we have the violins pulled up, and the violins sound like. So some pretty good sounding violins. Let's go ahead and clear this list real quick, and then we'll listen to some more different sounds that they have here. So let's listen to the string ensemble real quick. And as you see here, you got different articulations between sustains, spiccato, and all other kinds. So some pretty decent sounding strings there. Let's go ahead and check out some more of these sounds though, just so you guys can hear kind of what you're gonna get. We've got harps over here. Go ahead and check this harp out real quick. So, you got some decent harps there too as well. You've got woodwinds, you've got brasses. I kind of like some of these brasses, like this trumpet sounds pretty good in my opinion. Let's go ahead and clear this off of here. But this trumpet. Yeah, so that's just one I'd recommend checking out, especially if you need some decent sounding orchestral sounds. You're gonna get what you need in that plugin. Again, I'll leave the link below with everything else in the description. All right, guys, and the second freebie that I have for you guys today, this one comes from Yuhi. It looks like they just updated Tyrell in 6. Let's go ahead and check it out. So as we see here, when you get to the site, this is in beta still. We'll just go ahead and scroll down here and look at some of what's new in the beta. There is also like 156 new presets in there too as well, I believe. But in the new 2025 beta version, you see here it supports clap, supports the latest Mac OS, supports native Apple Silicon, improved VST3 support, modern preset browser, updated, simpler user guide, better GUI performance, revamped preset history, sound set installation via drag and drop, makeshift configuration section added, 50% and 60% GUI scaling options, supports MTS and ESP micro tuning on Mac, Windows, and Linux, user definable MIDI CC control, supports VS2, VS3 migration, improved parameter automation and tools, and Windows installer now comes with an uninstaller. So let's go ahead and pop this thing open in FL Studio. I have a few different instances of it pulled up, but we'll take a look at what it looks like right now. So I feel like it looks like it's a little more modern than it looked before. I don't know if it had like all this in the background. I remember using this synth maybe about 6 years ago. But I figured we'd test out some of the new sounds and let you guys hear what it sounds like. So when you come in here and you hit this presets, You'll see down here, there's a Tyrell N6 Factory 3.0. There's 178 presets in that. So all the sounds that I'm playing today are going to be sounds in that. Here's like a little loop I put together using that Tyrell N6. So all these sounds come from that. So it's got some pretty cool tools in here. I'm not going to go through the whole entire synthesizer because there's plenty of material out on this. I'm just going to kind of go over some of the new sounds. So again, this was one of the new sounds in there. Now, when you hit this preset manager, you'll see it does look a little more modern. So you can see I can scroll through all the sounds like this. So I can go through different sounds. So like, you know, you got this barking bass. You got a bunch of different basses in here. You got different bells in here. And I'm just playing all these sounds at random. So here's an aggressive bass. Just a random noise there, kind of fire. Sounds like a ping pong ball hitting the table. You got this jazz bass over here. You know, different basses, just all kinds of different stuff in here. Just another one I'd recommend checking out. You know what I'm saying? It's free. If you used Tyrell in the past, you know what I'm saying? It's even better now with more presets, more sounds, and it's less CPU intensive. And that's all I got on this one. The third freebie that I have for you guys today, this one comes from Clevgrand, and it's only free for a limited time. It's called Richter. So this is basically supposed to be a transparent compressor. I've only used it for a little bit, and I've only used it on some drums. So I'm going to demo it on some drums. So this is what the drums sound like without Richter on there. Now, once I throw Richter on there, so you can hear more of the transients coming through once I turn Richter on there. So like, listen, as this thing, it has the trim control, it has transient control, it has the amount of compression that it's applying. You got a boost over here, so you can have less of a boost, more of a boost. You have your makeup gain right here, and then you have bass and treble, so it will add some bass and some treble. So as this is turning up, listen to the hi-hats. So you can hear it's adding more transients to everything. It's adding more oomph to all the transients, but it really sticks out in the hi-hats because it really pulls them forward. We'll go ahead and go through a few of the controls. So I'll turn the transients up, I'll turn the amount up, and we'll mess with the boost and the trim. So you can hear it add more compression as I turn the amount up because there's a tail end of that hi-hat and you're hearing more of that. It's bringing that out too, as you can hear it. You've got control over boost right here. You have control over your bass and your treble over here too. So you can hear it giving the drums a little more bass. It's giving a little more girth. Pause. Let's go ahead and check out, add makeup. Obviously, it's going to add some volume. Not a bad compressor. I didn't use it on anything else but drums, but it's free for a limited time. They didn't give us the ending date of the limited time, so limited time only. And the fourth freebie I have for you guys today is a freebie that I wanted to check out last week, but for some odd reason I couldn't download it. I got it downloaded now, so let's try it. It's called Protility by Process Audio. So when you pull up Protility, it's going to look like this. This is basically like a widener plugin, and it also can help fix your phase inversion in your beat. So you also have left and right. It's going to play it on the master track. I get that I would probably use this on individual tools or mix buses, but I don't have mix buses and all that set up today. So what we're going to do is just push play and kind of go through this. It's got a little high pass filter over here that we'll mess with. I don't know if you'll be able to tell the difference in the phase on this beat because I don't think anything's out of phase, but let's go. But then we have this high pass filter down here. I'm pretty sure you guys all know what this does, but it has 4 different slopes that you can use, which is pretty solid on that. It's also got delay here, and so the delay, you really want to break this off because if you sync them together, it's not going to make it delay right. So you hear I'm not getting any delay there, but once I turn this off, and so that's pretty cool. But you can also make the delay run separately from each other. I am 100%. I know that sounded nutty. I mean, I get it. But this is what it is. Then you have width down here. You also have mono controls and you have panning controls. So you can widen out the sound. It says up to 400 times. Not a bad widening tool either. It kind of sounds more natural, like as it's widening and the sound out. When you listen to some wideners, it just makes the sound a little funny when it widens it out. So then we also have this mono control right here. And I believe what this does is turn mono under everything that's underneath this frequency. Because that's the only way it would make sense. Because if it's 10 hertz and everything would be mono underneath that. So I believe whatever you turn it up to, it's going to be mono underneath that. So as I push play, I'm going to pull this back and you're going to hear it start to widen out as I pull back the hertz over here. Yeah, so I think that sounds pretty cool. And then over here, you just have panning and you have gain. I mean, we all know what panning is, but I'll hit it for you real quick. It's also got night and day right here, as you can see. Not a bad tool. Maybe I'll mess with it a little bit more, and I'll give you guys a little more insight on it, but I've only checked it out for a couple minutes. I'm not going to lie to y'all, so this is like first impressions of the tool. The fifth freebie that I have for you guys today comes from New Nation Audio, and it's called Strange Tings. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. So as you see here, it is like basically a rompler, but you can add up to 4 different channels of sound. So you can come in here, you can go to different presets, and then you can build your sound. So it's supposed to be like an 80s synth. I do have one beef with the synth, that some of the sounds are just obnoxiously loud coming out the box. And then I'll show you guys a few other things that I don't like about it, but I do like about it. So here's one of the sounds. Now, once you come over here into effects, they have this little knob, and you can hit this knob. So it completely changes up the sound of the preset, which is fire. I think that's fire. And then you just get delay and reverb. You get presets right here, and then you got settings right here where you can go through all your sample rate and all that other good stuff over here. Let's go through a few of the presets. So in the factory preset bank, you're gonna get a bunch of stuff in here. I didn't make a demo out of this. I just pulled it up. Now, see, that's one of the problems I don't like about the plugin, right? So it's got delay on there, and everything that it delays has distortion on it. And so I can't use it like I want to use it because it's got distortion on it. But then if I come into the effects and I just turn the mix down of the delay, but it's like that on all the sounds. So if I go to the next preset, so boom, we'll hit another preset. Let's check out something else here. We'll check out the Zelda bass. All right, so now that we have the Zelda bass hit, you see what I'm saying? But as soon as I turn the mix down on that delay, turn this up. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So with a lot of these sounds, it's all gonna be like that. So like, let's say we come over here in the keys and we just pick something at random. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if there's something they need to fix on that, but we don't want distortion on delay on everything, you know? Let's hear what that sounds like with this thing turned up though. Let's check out a couple more presets in this thing, just so you guys can hear what it sounds like. Space Cadet, sure, why not? Over here, effects, fix that. So what does this sound like without this on there? Check out some pads. I think some of these pads were fire though. Effects, turn this bitch down. Now if we turn this up a little bit though. I told you the pads on this do go. The pads on this do go. Let's see what Lola Bunny talking about. Lola, what you talking about, girl? Turn this down. All right, now let's turn this up real quick. So, I mean, for me, this thing is pretty decent. Again, I have stressed my con with it. The con is definitely the distortion on every sound with that delay. That has to go. But I think a lot of the sounds in here are very usable. I think the pads in here are fire, and a lot of the sounds sound really good once you start messing with that knob and turning it up a little bit. Pause. And the last freebie that I have for you guys today comes from the Crow Hill Company. This one is called Acid Synth, and it's for their Vaults collection. And when you open it up, it is going to look like this. And it just sounds like a typical acid synth. So then once we start messing with the resonance and the cutoff, so with the resonance turned up, you got cutoff you can add. You got different modulation control down here. You got decay. You got delay, and then you got reverb. Then with some reverb in here. So you got, you know, just another tool that you can mess with that goes in the Vaults collection. If you want to grab this, again, everything will be linked below in the description. And then last but not least, I got just a few deals for you guys today. So let's go ahead and cover those real quick. The first deal I've been talking about for a little bit, but it looks like they just dropped $20 off that deal too. And it is this Total Studio 4 Max from IK Multimedia. I've talked about this multiple times. They were selling it for $150, but now it's $129, and basically you get everything. I mean, this is a fire deal. You know, you're going to get everything that they have, everything from T-Rex 5 Max, Mixbox, Sample Tank. You're going to get Centronic 2. You're going to get Philharmonic 2. You're going to get Sampletron. You're going to get Hammond B3. You're going to get Moto Bass, which is already $150 itself. So is Moto Drum. Amplitude 5, it's like $150. Tone X Max is fire. So it's like you're going to get all of these tools, everything you need, from amplifiers for your guitar to drums, to, I mean, acoustic drums, to real bass sounds, to organ sounds, to Sampletron. You know, you're going to get orchestral sounds. You're going to get synthesizers, 34 cents. You know, you're going to get Sample Tank Max with all kinds of sounds, percussion loops, pianos, guitars, all kinds of stuff in there. Mixbox, you can mix with this, you know. T-Rex, the same too, you can mix and master. So you get so much with this. I mean, I can't stress enough. If I had $130 and I was going to start somewhere when getting plugins, I would just get this full bundle. No cap, no cap. And the second deal I have for you guys, iZotope has some stuff going on over at iZotope. So they got Vocal Synth on sale for $19. Good vocal synthesizer. I own it. Stutter Edit 2. I always say get this so that you can cross grade later into different iZotope stuff. You'll see down here as we move down to the bottom a little bit, you got different cross grades. So you can cross grade in the Ozone 11 standard with any elements. So all those times where I told you just to grab elements for free or something like that, well, that would get you into Ozone Standard for $75, and it would get you into Ozone Advanced from like $100. I can't find the right one right now, but one of these will get you in there for $100 for Advanced. So you can't beat that. There's a bunch of other deals they have going on down here, a bunch of their plugins and stuff. Just come over here and check it out, because if you want to get down with iZotope, right now is their 50% sale. And then the last deal that I have for you guys today comes from Cherry Audio. Cherry Audio has a bunch of stuff on sale up to 52%. So the Mercury 6 is on sale for 40% off. Mercury 4. Just a lot of their stuff is on sale for 40, 20, 30% off. And I don't do enough promoting of Cherry Audio on the channel. They make great stuff. Sometimes some of it is CPU intensive, but they do make good stuff. So that's what I got for you guys in today's newscast, or today's freebie episode, or whatever you want to call it. Hopefully I could help you guys out. I would definitely recommend getting that Berlin Orchestra. And if you are a Tyrell N6 user, I would definitely recommend, you know what I'm saying, upgrading your Tyrell. I would also recommend that Richter plugin and that Protility. So that's what I got for you guys. Make sure if you guys do like the content, though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe to that notification bell, so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. I tried to not burp throughout that whole outro, and I'm leaving this part in.
Some, hit the key.